Berwick 26, Newton Stewart 32. So 2 valuable points for Berwick, and yes, they could have won this, but on the balance of play, Newton Stewart deserved this win. They're top for a reason and showed that the way they started the second half. Berwick led 19-18 at half-time. Conceding a soft try to Robbie McCormick early on, Berwick responded with a brace from Aidan Rosie. The second sublime. He's like a bar of soap as he skirted through. Jack Webster kicked 2 excellent conversions. Jack Gore, who converted 3 in the game, then kicked 2 penalties, before Berwick recycled well for Darren Goodfellow to drive over. David Gore replied right on half-time. The visitors ran over 2 further tries, including the bonus from Jamie Smith and James McMeekan in the second half, before Berwick rallied well with a well-executed Adam Hardy try converted by Webster. If Berwick can play their own game, there's no reason why they can't win their last 3 games, but that's so easy for me to say. Berwick 26, Newton Stewart 32.
Disappointing, but also pleased with the performance. I thought we fronted up quite well early doors, and to have that slender lead at half time, I thought we could have done something better in the second half, but I thought they come up with the blocks well in the second half to begin with, and caused probably enough damage in that first 10 minutes to see us off for the first 10 minutes of the second half, and then we stuck until the end like we normally do, but probably a little too late. You know, a barely 40-minute second half on a running clock, it seems a little bit like there could have been a little bit more time for us to do something, but we'll move on.
Do you think there was a bit of naivety at times, or am I being too cruel there?
I don't think we were naive. I think they kind of frustrated us a little bit. They got a couple of easy, soft tries, and we had to not work extremely hard, but work hard for our tries, and probably maybe naive on the last pass at times. But we still had enough in us to win that game. Disappointing.
You mentioned soft tries. The first one certainly was that they got. However, they showed you respect. I was talking to their coach about they did opt for penalties, didn't they?
They did, and to be fair, they probably won them the game with the 6 points. That small margin that they took the 2 penalties and the respect, but their first try was very soft from us. We didn't bring our line speed up, a bit of a missed tackle and straight on to 2-on-1 on the full back, and you're not taking you're not scoring them when you're top of the league kind of style. Them ones stick all the time. Hats off to the boys that came back and we scored 2 pretty quick, very good team tries from Aidan Rosie.
At the end of the day, there's not much difference, is there, between you and the top? It's how you play on the day. I mean, Glasgow Ackies, you lost on the last play. Here today, it could have gone either way again.
It is. There's nothing much in this league, you know. I think there's just 7-8 teams are all pretty good, and I would say obviously this lot, Newton Stewart's had the momentum for the season, and they've managed to build on that all season, and hats off to them. You know, that's fair dues to them.
Now, of course, you would have been safe, along with Lasswade, who were promoted with you, had it not been for 5 going down. It has added some extra bite, but looking ahead, if you could, do you think it would be a good idea when they have the 10 league structure to have probably second bottom against second top playoff, or would you just like it just to be as it should be?
I'm traditional. A league's a league. None of this playoff malarkey. Fortunately for Hoyk the other week there, they won with the last play of the game, but it would have been criminal if they had lost that. You know, to lose what they'd done unbeaten all season, and not to get a trophy at the end of it. That's for me is not how it should be. An amateur game anyway, they can do what they want professional wise, you know, make it more exciting, a bit more money comes in, whatever they need to do that way. But amateur, you play your 20 games or 18 games or whatever it is, and whoever's top gets promoted or wins the championship, or whoever's bottom get relegated. Simple for me.
Martin Wallace, head coach of Newton Stewart, take us through that.
Well, it was pretty. It was a great game. I have to say, the nerves, my nerves were certainly jangling all the way through it, because we knew we were in a fight from minute 1 to the 80th minute. We didn't really know how it was going. We went behind. We fought back into the game. We dominated the start of the second half, and then Berwick just gave us an onslaught, which, to be honest, I thought our defence was probably what won us the game today. The last 20 minutes, we held them out until I think 2 minutes to go. They managed to get a score. But yeah, that was a tough game of rugby, which we knew it was going to be.
Was it because of coming here and their home record? You did opt to kick, didn't you, in the first half? Penalties.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we knew potentially it was going to be such a tight game that, you know, when you get the chance to get the scoreboard ticking over, you've got to take them. Actually, I would have preferred them to kick earlier on in the second half, and they totally ignored me and went for the scores, which they got, which is a testament to them to back themselves to there. I, as a player, was taught that until you're 14 points clear, you take your points.
Words of wisdom at half time, because you did come out strong in the second half early on.
Yeah, we obviously know what this means for our league position. There's a lot of hard work going into the season on the pitch and behind the scenes, and we just knew that we were going to be in. We could perform better than we did in the first half, and the boys reacted and were brilliant, I thought.
James Thompson, that could have been so different.
Yeah, it's a tough one to take. I think we left it a little bit too late in the second half. We just waited too long in the second half to get into it. Like, we're slow starters notoriously, but we carried that into the second half. And look, they got a decent lead, a 2-try lead, and we just couldn't catch up.
But you did get 2 magical bonus points.
Yeah, the boys are saying in the changing rooms they could be all important. Seeing how some of the results have gone today, they are looking like they're going to be important. Look, we're going to go into every game wanting to take away the full 5 points, but against top of the league, we'll take 2 points. Obviously, we'd want 5, but them 2 points might be precious.
I've mentioned to Colin as well, there's not much difference really between top and bottom, is there, sometimes? Yeah,
there's especially at home, we feel like we can take anyone on, and results have shown that. We've got a win over Falkirk here, who are high flying near the top of the league, and no one really gets an easy game when they come here. But yeah, it's just the way performances are letting us down. Like, we're going away and we're having a good week of training and then just not delivering on a Saturday, and that's sort of where we find ourselves, is at the bottom of the league or fighting for relegation, because we can't take our form away and because we don't perform well away. But yeah, like you say, there's not much between teams. It's very much a home and away league. Like, home performances are where you need to bring your points home, and then if you can sneak a few away, then that's when you find yourself up the top of the league with the likes of Newton Stewart and Falkirk and Glasgow Accies, who we've got next week. So yeah, there's not much difference.
Where do you think the key areas were that they probably had the advantage over you today?
I think, look, we went up there and we got a number put over on us when we went up there, so we came back and wanted to clean the slate, but we knew they were going to come hard in the forwards. They were a bit gnarly in the forwards. Like, they had some big ball carriers and they got over the gain line pretty well, and then they had some slick backs. They finished well in the first half to get over, and it's just the forwards probably made the difference for them, and the backs finished things off. But yeah, just tight 5, making hits and close contact stuff. They were pretty good at just leaving the breakdown and defending really hard, so that's something we should have adapted to a bit quicker. Like, we were folding far too many into the breakdown when they were just fanning out, and that gave them plenty of numbers, and they just sort of let us run our phases and defended until we made a mistake, which was fair play to them. They played to their game plan, but maybe we didn't execute things as well as we could have.
I think that's probably because you've stepped up a league. I mean, you're still actually adapting, aren't you?
Yeah, look, if we do manage to stay up, I think the aim will be to be in the top half of the league, but we're not looking past the next few games. We came up into this league, we've put in some good performances, but look, if we can stay up next year, that'll mean a lot to the boys, and we can look back on this season and take some good things from it, and then carry on into next season where hopefully we can really push to be in that top half of the table.
Well, it's not over yet. In fact, you have asserted yourself in this division had it not been for this 5 going down.
Yeah, look, any other season would be safe by now. It's just luck of the draw, the restructuring of the leagues. Like, if it had been a normal season, we'd been safe by now. So we'd be looking at next season and how we can build, and looking into each game, like it's we're going into the last 3 games, we're looking to take as many points as away, but yeah, it's just luck of the draw and the fact that the leagues are restructuring.